Momentum doesn't pause for weather. Risk becomes signal. Inside, movement, potential meal, or mistake.
Equations of speed, range, consequence.
Impact writes seconds into legend. Cold wind, hot dust. Time carves hunger into armor and will. Origin writes itself on sand, a ledger of fear, risk, return. The track announces architecture: heavy shoulders, low chassis, torque. A silhouette forged by hunger and time, honey badger, uncompromising.
Teeth modest, leverage immense. The neck brace is leathered hide. Two-tone banner interrupts landscape. Warning, contrast, recognition.
Tools built in, curved chisels, 4 centimeters. Dig, pry, survive.
The earth opens under torque, shelter printed below threats.
Domain spans heat and thorn, a corridor of scarce water. Heat reveals circuits. Energy nodes pulse under brittle grass. Low profile, high intent. Momentum conserved, drag minimized. Eye small, calculus large. Risk budgets calculated hourly.
Night lowers glare. Predators rewire routes. Hunger persists.
When cornered, chemistry speaks. Stench clears negotiations. Venom rules here. Immunity rewrites the contract. Guy audits ground. Everything files risk statements. Territory marked by labor. Walls remember claws and storms. Architecture breathes. Stale heat decants into night.
Hide like armor. Flexibility converts grip into escape.
Dawn recalibrates ledgers. Ants march. Scent maps refresh.
Sugar hums behind thorns. Contracts require claws and nerve.
A messenger proposes partnership, risk divided, gains shared. Play begins. Bird signals, badger decodes, landscape yields.
Air thickens. The hive announces with heat and voltage. Contract executed by hardware. Claws carved into bark.
Weakness unlocked. Stings score. Armor absorbs. Ledger balances. Wax to bird. Protein to badger. Domain stretches indifferent. Resilience budgets never close. Engine room compact. Bite delivers steady, reliable torque.
Small frame, big parameters. Outcome rarely negotiates. The banner says proceed carefully. Many don't.
Distribution respects edges, water, cover, prey density.
Conflict with keepers of livestock writes darker margins.
Status reads least concern. risk curves still steepen.
Heat softens. Ledger adds family, memory, return.
Domain set. Parameters known. Motion begins. Life resumes at the edge. Thirst negotiates with caution. Low chassis swims, lungs steady, glide economical. Watersheds, heat returns. Mission continues. Gate conserves energy. Search radius expands methodically. Sensors pass microcurrents, scent, heat, disturbance.
The ground yields to persistence. Plans unfold vertically.
Corridor breached. Calculus pay. Efficiency avoids spectacle. Energy saved fuels survival. Maintenance prevents drag. Grooming restores aerodynamic armor. Tools cleaned. Contract renewed.
Messages posted in resin and musk territory ledger.
Neighbors read signals. Boundaries respected by practice.
Midday taxes systems. Shade amortize loss.
A moving ceiling grants minutes of action. Search algorithm favors edges, burrow clusters, thorn lines. Protein ledger credits small, frequent deposits.
Partnership resumes. Invoices payable in wax. Signals must traverse thorns, heat, noise. Voltage thick in air. Calculus still agrees.
Precision lowers risk, preserves future harvest. Contract honored. Both ledgers close balanced. Low silhouette exploits architecture between hazards.
Elevation extends sensor range. Plans update.
Ocean writes competence. Nothing wasted.
Competitor logs reviewed. Routes adjusted. Calories now prevent bigger losses later.
Rain resets scent maps. Opportunities spike. Substrate compliance halves effort, doubles yield. Systems cool, processors idle, listening.
Maintenance keeps sensors clean and ready.
Mud layers damp stings, cools surfaces. Small wins stack, deficit narrows. Pattern libraries accelerate choices, hesitation costs.
Day's ledger tilts favorable, margins still thin. Turn reduces risk, caches checked, entrances cleared.
Ocean rests. Systems reset. Night writes new equations. Pressure drops. Instinct calibrates for conflict and hunger.
The plane rewrites its rules under moving thunder. Momentum doesn't pause for weather. Risk becomes signal. Inside, movement, potential meal, or mistake.
Impact, brief, decisive, economical. Energy secured. Storm overhead applauds.
Light sketches predator and survivor in one line. Storm leaves dividends, softened ground, fresh scent trails.
Venom negotiated supremacy. Immunity rewrites balance.
Equations of speed, range, consequence.
Impact writes seconds into legend.
Venom courses. Body chooses pause over panic.
Resilience reboots. The system clears errors. Persistence translates pain into practice. Adrenal curve spikes. Precision drives.
Energy returns to Ledger's positive side.
Fuel intake restores thermal balance.
Calm reads foreign, but necessary.
Audit resumes. Territory breach detected. Stature small. Database vast. Fight simulation loaded.
Turrets phase engages before damage phase. Risk budget clears with surplus confidence.
Survival measured not in glory, but iteration. Darkness levels field. Smell ascends as guidance. Waste attracts equations unwanted. Cover it. Rain cleans hardware. Order restored. Memory stores event for pattern refinement.
Storm spent. Network rebooted. Hunger resumes. Eat now data. Survival coded ingredients. Every gram counts. Economy defines ecology.
After struggle, light tallies no debt.
The fortress breathes. Muscle becomes memory. Conflict recedes. Resilience remains quantifiable. Legends encode courage into symbol, not myth. Struggle stories drift upward, recycled as constellations.
Storm spent, legend earned, balance due.
Knowledge archives began, where fear once stood.
Symbols become samples. Courage translates to metrics. Sound spectra tell stories language cannot. From myth to map, data refines awe.
Education repackages ferocity into curiosity.
Imagination domesticates legend. Survival becomes lesson. The pose frozen, the story still breathing. Science rebuilds anatomy as architecture of endurance. Nature's geometry repeats, from hive to brain to society. Information glows where stories once burned in firelight.
Myth woven into motion. Ancestry echoes in rhythm.
Each beat, a signature of endurance.
Symbols migrate from veld to concrete walls. Continuity crosses mediums, survival aestheticized. Climate shifts redraw the honey badger's boundaries.
The north grows harsher, yet the ledger adapts.
Energy once taken by claw, now captured by design.
Cooperation scales beyond species and fences.
Machine witnesses inherit human patience. Ancient motion, new observer, continuity preserved.
Data delivers wonder back to science.
Findings translate instinct into equations of resilience.
Numbers echo myths. They both predict survival.
Vision contains both story and system.
Hope enters frame through light, not words.
Perspective reverses. Guardians replace pursuers.
Every root writes amendment to old harm.
Shared survival. Bees feed humans. Humans shield badgers.
Balance yields dividends measurable and moral. Coexistence, the new myth with empirical proof. Legends now printed for those yet born. Stories orbit memory. Symbols outlast storms.
Reflection merges myth and matter.
Wisdom travels orally, parallel to data flow.
From spark to planet, balance sustains all archives. Data, myth, and memory converge in balance. Morning resumes the oldest rhythm, survival in balance. From darkness, the ledger opens clean again. Solitude yields to cooperation, rare and efficient. Lineage moves forward, inheritance of skill and scar.
Affection coded as protection protocol.
The cycle above mirrors the one below. Territory breathes, expands, contracts, never static. Rain writes temporary wealth across old scars.
Balance is not peace, it's practiced tolerance.
Once adversaries, now oscillators in shared field.
The myth matures into model, resilience as equation.
New guardians inherit data and duty.
Legacy quantified, balance visualized. Education and innovation, parallel investments in coexistence. Rewilding sketches new equilibrium on old terrain. Every reflection holds both loss and return. Landscape exhales, continuity confirmed. Heat maps now symmetrical, balance literal. Legacy resides in gaze, not in roar. Elevation reveals the geometry of resilience. Species, story, science, layers of the same archive.
Texture becomes topography. Micro mirrors macro.
Independence marks completion of inheritance.
Distance converts offspring into continuation.
Expansion resumes, quiet, data logged. Legacy measured in persistence, not permanence.
Cold or heat, the principle endures. Balance. Honey badger, Mellivora capensis, the enduring equation.
The ledger closes softly, entries aligned.
Rest is data stored for tomorrow's risk.
Balance moves under moonlight, quiet continuity.
Legacy transcends frame. Memory outlives medium.
Every storm, every scar, archived in motion.
Want more Icebound stories? Subscribe for weekly premieres.